senses. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjalachalakaya Chakshurunmitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutala Srimate Rama Pada Swaminiti Namine. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutala Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Vishesha Shunyavadi Pashutya Deshatharini. So we are continuing the book. Uh, nine keys from the Sistastaka. So currently we are on the chapter 12, page 73. Fear. The Srimad Bhagavatam assures us that Krishna is Bhaktavatsala, affectionate to his devotees. What stops us from giving ourselves to him in devotion? What are we hoping to gain from this world? More to the point, what do we fear? Srila Prabhupada has said that we fail to surrender because we doubt whether Krishna is a person and specifically a person who loves his devotees. In other words, we suffer from atheistic tendencies, but our misconceptions leave us alone in the universe. If we fall, Krishna will be there to catch us. We are not sure. The best antidote for doubt is full faith in Shastra, where Krishna points to himself as our seed giving father from Bhagavad Gita 14.4. Less than best, but still essential to removing our deepest doubts is experience. What molds our mentality to allow us that experience is attentive and thoughtful hearing. We should also try to live a life that attracts Krishna's mercy so that we can witness his kindness and tolerance firsthand. We can trust Krishna because he is infallible. He falls neither from his all powerful position nor his Bhaktavatsala nature. Krishna will not suddenly become selfish or reject us. Still, Krishna protects us in proportional to our surrender. If we want full protection, we must fully surrender. When Draupadi was being stripped in the assembly of Kurus, she eventually called out with full dependency. He, Govinda, Krishna said, "This call from her has put me in her debt, and that indebtedness is gradually increasing in my heart." The Nectar of Devotion, page 166. If we just once sincerely call out, "Oh Krishna, please accept me, please allow me to serve you, I am yours," Krishna will never forget us and will never let us go. Sakrit eva prapanno yas tavasmiti cha yachate abhayam sharvada tasmai dadami etad vritam mama. If one surrenders to me sincerely, saying, "My Lord, from this day I am fully surrendered to you," I always give him protection. That is my vow. Ramayana Yuddhakanda 18.33. Srila Prabhupada writes about the surrendered devotee Kunti Devi. Kunti is described herein as Sati or chaste due to her unalloyed devotion to Lord Sri Krishna. A chaste devotee of the Lord does not look to others, namely any other living being or demigod, even for deliverance from danger. That was all along the characteristic of the whole family of the Pandavas. They knew nothing except Krishna, and therefore the Lord was also ready to help them in all respects and in all circumstances. That is the transcendental nature of the Lord. He reciprocates the dependence of the devotee. One should not therefore look for help from imperfect living beings or demigods, but one should look for all help from Lord Krishna, who is competent to save his devotees. Such a chaste devotee also never asked the Lord for help, but the Lord, out of his own accord, he always anxious to render it. Srimad Bhagavatam 1.8.17 purport. Lord Narayana's words to Durvasa Muni on this point are both encouraging and instructive. I am completely under the control of my devotees. Indeed, I am not at all independent because my devotees are completely devoid of material desires. I sit only with the cores of their hearts. What to speak of my devotee? Even those who are devotees of my devotee are very dear to me. Srimad Bhagavatam 9.4.63. 13th chapter, the 8th key, Namashraya. Namashraya literally means finding shelter at the feet of Lord, holy name. We are servants who need the shelter of our masters, especially of Nama Prabhu. If we actually wish to offer seva, we must become humble and then seek shelter. Steadily and fully taking shelter of Krishna is the Nishtha platform. There is no way to circumvent it if we wish to reach the higher stages of bhakti. Fortunately, the universe cooperates with the endeavor to become humble and seek shelter. Just try to do anything in this world and you will discover this truth for yourself. But few of us willingly choose humility, which is so bitter to the false ego. Still, humility is a reflection of the true self. We are not only servants but insignificant servants eternally. If we accept the truth that this is all we can ever be and then take shelter of Krishna, regardless of how dirty our consciousness is, we can consider ourselves on the devotional path. A devotee who has attained Nishtha is worthy of all respect. In Harinam Chintamani, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur describes the one devotional quality that supersedes the other 25, Krishnaika Sharana, the quality of having taken shelter of Krishna. Those who see Krishna as their only refuge, even if they possess none of the other devotional qualities, are Vaishnavas. We should be careful not to offend such persons. Bhaktivinoda Thakur discusses Namashaya in his song describing the third verse of the Sistastaka. Note what the Thakura concludes in the last verse about attaining the attributes required to chant Krishna's name. See Sistastaka, song number 3. If your mind is always absorbed in chanting the glories of Lord Krishna with great care, then by the process of Sri Krishna Kirtana, you will attain transcendental qualification. You should give up all false pride and always consider yourself to be worthless, destitute, and lower and more humble than a blade of grass. You must practice forgiveness like that of a tree and giving up violence towards other living beings. You should protect and maintain them. In the course of passing your life, you should never you should never give anxiety to others, but rather do good to them while forgetting about your own happiness. When one has thus become a great soul, possessing all good qualities, one should abandon all desires for fame and honor and make one's heart humble. Knowing that Krishna resides within all living creatures, one should, with great respect, consistently show honor to all beings. Okay, Prabhu. So I will summarize here. This 12th and 13th chapter has a lot of ecstatic message on our faith. In the 12th chapter, it is saying that the faith and fear are inversely proportional. If you have more faith, then you will fear less, and vice versa. So we are not getting that full faith, or we are not at the Nishtha stage because we don't have full faith on the Shastra. That is the primary thing. Always we need to remember that Krishna is a Bhakta Vatsala. That means he always shows affection to his devotees no matter. But he shows proportionality wise according to our surrenderness. So that surrenderness will come when we have full faith in Shastra. Automatically we will surrender. Otherwise we will surrender uh, with less index. And always we need to remember that Krishna is a seed giving father. So he is the one who created us, right? So in that way, we need to have complete faith in them. So for that we need to make our activities day to day life simple and very simple way, so that we can see, we can attract the Krishna's mercy, how he is helping us. In that way we can see. Otherwise, if we do some complex things, so our mind will drag over there and we think that, oh, we are doing, not the Krishna is helping us, something happens. So ultimately the thing is that we need to develop the lot of faith in Krishna. And next thing here, Maharaj wrote a couple of examples that even when Draupadi was being stripped in the assembly of Kurus, she just called out Krishna's name. Immediately, Krishna himself saying that he indebted her voice, I mean, like her sincereness, and immediately tried to help her. Similarly, one way or the other, next coming to the Kunti prayers, she just surrendered. Here, surrender is the best example for Kunti prayers. She didn't even ask anything, even with worst danger situations, to any other demigods or any other persons. She just put all her effort to surrender sincerely to Krishna. So next, coming to the 13th chapter, Nama Ashraya. It is giving the importance of Nama, holy name, Ashraya, shelter. So when we sincerely take shelter at the lotus feet of holy name, and we will put the endeavor, I mean, like when we increase our endeavor, definitely universe will cooperate to us to become humble and seek shelter. In that way, slowly we will come to the next star platform. So next, there are few examples Maharaj wrote here from Harinam Chintamani, how Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur described the devotional person, how the quality helps to become humble and to take that shelter from Krishna. We have to be we have to be very humble while chanting or whatever the activity devotional service we do, because we should not be do with our false pride or something else. Always consider that you are more humble and less than a blade of grass. So in that way, always we need to think about Krishnas, that all other living creatures, one should with great respect consistently show honor to the all beings. So we have to respect each and every entity into the same degree of platform. In that way, our devotional service improves, and we will develop more faith in Shastra, and also we can do the best thing so that we can improve our consciousness. Hare Krishna Prabhu, I will stop here.